Hi everyone, welcome to this channel, the Merchant Construct-preneurs and Tutors. In last content, I created a content about checklists for reinforcement checking. So today we'll be looking at 5 qualification steps every contractor must master to win projects. Now, this has to do with both clients and the contractors. Clients learn what to check out for in the contractor's bidding documents, and then contractors also need to know what clients actually look out for while sorting out their files and actually choosing the contractor that will undertake the project. Every year, contractors lose multi-million-dollar projects not because they lack skills, but because they don't understand the hidden qualification steps clients use to select winners. Simple as that. So it's not enough to have equipment. It's not enough to have a head office. It's not enough to have the technical know-how. Now you need to have certain documents. You need to have certain experience before you can actually tender for certain set of projects. So I'm going to give you 5 powerful contractor qualification secrets that determines whether you win or what another company get the job. Right? So we'll be taking it step by step. First and foremost, we need to understand what a contract is. Once we understand what a contract is, then we'll be able to interpret whether what we are doing is right or is in line with what we are looking at. Right. So a contract is basically a legally binding agreement between two parties, usually the client and the contractor. So it outlines the scope of work, the timeline, the payment patterns, or payment terms, and the responsibility for a project. Right. So this explains what is to be built, how much is involved, when it's going to be done, who does what. Right. So the scope of work, what am I going to do? Am I demolishing this now, raising it up? Am I starting from the scratch? I'm just doing certain things. What is the payment terms? What is the duration? 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 months, 2 years, 5 years, depending on what you want. So the responsibilities of everybody in this project needs to be taken care of and needs to be understood. So this is where the agreement is. So the contract is the agreement. You need to agree. Okay, this is what the contractor is saying that he needs. Okay, this is what I can afford. Let's come to an agreement. So I'm looking at the secret. So the first secret is to create a company profile that proves capacity. That's number one secret. You create a company profile. You can be in the business for like 5 years. You can be in the business for like 10 years, for 20 years. If you don't have a company profile, then everything you'll be saying will just be like stories, like tales, fables, something that didn't happen. Right? But when you have a company profile that outlines so many things, your company history, it outlines the management team, it outlines the past completed projects, the pictures of everything, the equipment you have, the pictures, and the location in case they are not currently in your yard, maybe they are on another site, the location of everything, the key technical staffs, right? Your builder, your supervisors, your masons, your machine operators. So because clients once prove that your company is legit, structured, and reliable. Once they have this, they are rest assured that they've given their project to a trusted hand, to a capable hand that can actually do undertake the project without any issues or without any problems. They would not want to hand over their projects to a contractor. Thereby, they will start chasing after the contractor and then start doing certain things that the contractor ought to have taken care of, based on the fact that the contractor has been in business for a very long time. So the second secret is financial strength and cash flow policy or capacity. Now, this statement is just like, let me use salary as an example. If you apply for a job and you are ultimately given the job, do you get paid before starting the project? Obviously, no. But that agreement must have been there that after 1 month or monthly, this is what I'm going to be paid. So this is just what it is. You need to have the financial capacity to be able to do the project, carry on with the project while you have the agreement we made. If it's milestone, if it's monthly, before I will pay you, right? So big projects require money upfront before the first payment is made. Now the question is, can you fund the project for long? That is the question that contractors need to ask. So clients actually, to checkmate this, clients actually check the bank reference letters, they check the audited accounts at least 2 to 3 years. They check the financial standing. They also check the turnover capacity. So they need to know if you can actually handle these things while waiting for that agreement. Maybe it is milestone, whether it is quarterly, whether it is monthly, whether it is lump sum. So they need to know that you have the capacity to carry on with the project. If not, then they will rather look for another contractor that have that capacity, and then move over to that contractor, right? So you don't want to, I believe you don't want to watch another contractor get the project. So you need to act fast. So secret number 3 is technical experience and relevant similar projects. Now, you must have been in the construction industry or in the industry for like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, right? So what this is, clients always ask, have you done this type of project before? That is it. Have you done it before? So you need to come up with your defense, maybe the pictures and the location of the buildings before and after, just like in the image there. So what is expected of you is to have the following documents: similar completed works if you've done something similar, high-rise buildings if you have done something similar, if this for stadium, if you have done something similar, if this for a church, a mosque, a shopping mall, an office building, you need to show that you have done it. The project cost, the client names, even the location of those structures, you need to show so that the client can actually confirm that themselves. Completion certificates, right? Photos and videos. So you don't just quote things and bring pictures without actually telling us, okay, this is it. This was when it was at this stage. Like just like a brief explanation of what is involved. So number 4 secret is key personnel and equipment availability. This is another thing. You need to be sure that you have capable hands. You're sure that you are not renting equipment that are critical in the project. You cannot be doing something that has to do with excavation and the rest, and they are renting, and then any day that the person that's supposed to rent you rents to another person, the work has been stalled for that day. So clients check whether your team and equipment can deliver. So you need your professional registered engineers, you need your site supervisors, you need your quantity surveyors, you need your safety officers, you need your artisans, the welders, carpenters, masons, iron benders, painters, depending on the trade they are actually expertise on. The equipment ownership or lease agreement. Do you own it or you are leasing it? Right? So all the equipment needs to be on ground. Like in the image there, you see the batching plant, you see the tower crane, you see the mobile crane, you see the trucks, you see the mobile mixers. So many equipment needs to be there so that the client is sure that yes, you have the technical and technical expertise and the equipment to carry on with this. The secret number 5 is health, safety, and quality assurance policy. Now, no contractor wants to engage no client wants to engage a contractor that will cause more harm than good. The good the client wants is the project being done safely, without any problem, without any defect, without any um any debt. So as a contractor, you need to present your safety officer. Your safety officer needs to be what is the up and doing. So you need your safety plan, you need your quality control plan, you need your method statement, how you want to achieve this project, especially when the project is maybe kind of risky, how you want to do it, your risk assessment, your environmental management plan. So all these things needs to be in place, and not just by writing. You need somebody that will follow up. So you need a QA/QC personnel, quality assurance and quality control personnel. You need a safety officer to ensure that this is not being violated. Everything is done according to specification, according to the letter, safely, right? So in conclusion, winning big project is not luck. Absolutely is not luck. It's a strategy. So when you master these 5 steps and secrets that I've already given out to you, you stand out as a top tier contractor ready for premium projects, right? So I believe in this from this um explanation you've gotten knowledge. If you don't get everything, you can go back to watch this video again so that you get enough information about what I've listed out. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section. Right? You can also share this content with your friends and your colleagues. They should like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, also drop your comments in the comment section, or your question in the comment section, so that I'll attend to it. Thank you very much. See you in the next content. Right? So for more engineering content, educative engineering content, construction, you can reach out to me. So I'll break it down so that